Yeah, Hugh Jackman, I see you going for the Oscar in this one. No, but seriously, that guy should get nominated for something. He's talented. Prisoners. Okay, so Prisoners follows a child abduction following the family of the child and a cop that is looking for the child. And the family that's looking for the child is played by Hugh Jackman and Terrence Howard and then two women who I do not know. And it's Thanksgiving and they're all having a good time, and then the kids, they go missing. And what's really cool is you don't see them go missing, they're missing and you don't know how it happened. And that just brought me into the movie. Because the build-up itself was really good, but whenever it happened like that, it just brought me into the movie even more and just made me more intrigued, and I wanted to watch it even more. And then Jake Gyllenhaal, who is Detective Loki, is looking for the kids, and it's basically that, and the movie is 2.5 hours long. And this movie is actually really emotionally hard to take in. You have Gyllenhaal looking for the kids, and you have Hugh Jackman who's getting frustrated because his kids are missing. He's like, find my daughter. And Jake Gyllenhaal's like, I'm trying my best, and every minute that goes by, that's one less minute they have to find them, obviously. And even with that, I'm not going to say that Hugh Jackman was like a dick in this movie, because honestly, I mean, if I got my kids taken away, which I'm not a dad, but if I got my kids taken away, I'm pretty sure I would have the exact same reaction as he did. And I'm not lying when I say that this dude can get nominated for an Oscar or actually win an Oscar for this movie. You know how like whenever you're watching a movie and you're like, okay, that's really good acting, hands down. And then they're going to play that little video that it's a part of the movie that shows the really good acting sequence. I think you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, well in this movie he had like 3 or 4 of those. And after seeing all of those, that's basically just saying, okay, you know what? He should win. And even with Hugh Jackman, I also like Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie. He was really good as the detective. I already know he can play a good cop because in End of Watch, he was a fantastic actor in that movie. We all know. And in this one, he is just as good of a cop as he was in End of Watch. This is just a really realistic movie. Being that this is a 2.5 hour movie and you go into this knowing that it's emotional, you have to be prepared to go sit down and watch a movie about a family you care about get their kids torn away from them and them to be in a really dark place in their life. You need to be prepared to watch that for 2.5 hours. And in this, reality will hit you that families actually go through this. And the fact that this movie accurately portrays what would actually happen in that situation in a really realistic kind of way, it's actually really difficult to watch. It's not casual watching. And that's not a negative to the movie. One of the negatives to this is that the movie is a bit predictable in times. You know, when they're going through clues, you're thinking, okay, that's gonna happen like that. And then it actually turns out happening the way you think it's going to happen, which, you know, it's not exactly a good thing for a movie. And with that, I also noticed that I could be a detective because I was putting these things together before the characters in the movies were. I thought, okay, the last thing that's going to happen in the movie is this, and the very last shot of the movie is this. And I got it right. That is not a good thing for a movie like this. Okay, so this movie was emotionally heavy, really realistic, filled with just fantastic acting. It was a bit predictable, but in the end, I can still say that I will definitely buy Prisoners on Blu-ray. So, Prisoners, have you seen it, have you not? What did you think of it? Was it as emotionally heavy to you as it was to me? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.